targeting anyone, and it says it's just been controlling protests. Of course, these protests began earlier in the year. It was over these quotas relating to relatives of those who fought in Bangladesh's War of Independence getting priority for civil service jobs. The government then did back down on that, but these protests continue on. What else do the protesters demand?
Now the protests, initially they started, June. It was a settled matter when in 2018, when students did massive protests taking place in capital city Dhaka, and then at the time government accepted their demand. But now the government instigated this quota by the High Court in June, and the students they tried to protest in peaceful manner, and still they are peaceful manner in July, and they tried to meet with the president, and all of a sudden Prime Minister declared that all students they are the children of the collaborator, the children of war criminals. So, and they are just fighting against to establish their rights with merit basis. They are not asking for any.
But the government, my point is, the government did actually make concessions on that. So, what are the wider concerns that people have in Bangladesh? Why else are people taking to the streets?
They don't rely on Prime Minister's remarks and comment, because always when Prime Minister declares something, she is not maintaining, or she is not keeping her words. For instance, the court orders, if you can refer the Supreme Court order, is also controlled by the court, because this problem is instigated by the court. And for instance, I can give how the court is working in Bangladesh. When attorneys very recently filed a petition just 2 days before not to shoot to the students, as Prime Minister declared shoot on sight order, but the court denied to accept this. That means the court is given order to shoot to the students and protesters. This is how our courts work in Bangladesh.
And just to explain to people who aren't familiar with the politics of Bangladesh in a more simple way, perhaps, I've reported from Bangladesh. I've spoken to people who accuse the government of stifling free speech and cracking down violently, in some cases, on dissent. Is that a wider concern that the students also fear then as well?
Yeah, absolutely. This protest is for the quota system, abolish the quota system for the merit basis, but it's more larger. If you can recall, this is the fourth consecutive term Prime Minister is in power without any mandate. The people are fighting for their rights, and whenever they are coming for their rights in the street, Prime Minister and our party treating them as criminal, as terrorists, this kind of rhetoric. But these students from the secular university, they are fighting for their rights to establish, their rights in the quota system. So now their demand is one point, because they don't rely the Prime Minister commitment, and she's broken all the time. Yeah.
Okay, just very briefly, if I may ask you, they are calling for Sheikh Hasina to resign. She won in an election earlier this year, although the opposition did not contest that election, so many debate the legitimacy of it. Do you think her position is more unstable now?
Of course, because the election is recognized as sham election. The international community, they rejected this kind of election, not non-participatory, and it's a sham election. So obviously, and the one point the students demanding, obviously she has to resign. This is the only solution. And in our country, we have that experience. The non-party caretaker government system, they are in these circumstances, they are coming to this, and they're taking the responsibility. So students are demanding now. All kind of people are demanding one point, and internet shutdown in Bangladesh.
Thank you very much, Mushfiqul Ansari. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Regina, for having me.
Around the world and across the UK,